Welcome everybody to Topless Topics, a channel that seeks to destigmatize female toplessness through repeat exposure, except that you are currently watching this video on a mainstream platform that bans me to a degree that nobody else faces. More on that in just a second. So over the course of the 10 years that I've been pursuing this wacky wild idea of wanting the same topless rights as people that look male, I have had to deal with hundreds of banned posts, banned videos, banned Instagram posts, banned TikToks, even just words. Words have been banned. Always and only for the heinous, unforgivable sin of female nipples. Except even when I do censor them, they still get banned. Ha 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 ha. Honestly, it's more than I really want to get into because it would take up a whole series of videos, and most of my longtime followers have already heard me rant about a lot of this already. If you'd like to, you can go to toplesstopics.org/banned and see many of those screenshots yourself. But yeah, just trust me. Just trust me. I've been banned a lot. And the most frustrating part of all these bans is that, like I said, I get banned to a degree that nobody else does. There are so many examples. I mean, like the Normalizing Nudity channel on YouTube, models on Instagram that have like a little starburst covering their nipple and that's it. They don't get banned. And yet, I have had a cartoon image that I drew mocking Instagram's banning policy get banned. I repeat, they banned the poorly drawn, unshaded webcomic page mocking them for how aggressively they banned me. Banception! In November of last year, 2022, I finally pulled the plug. I completely quit Twitter. It has been really great not having to live in constant threat of having one of my posts, quote tweeted by some big account and have all these strangers show up in my inbox telling me to unalive myself, etc. However, it has negatively impacted my whole mission to galvanize support among the people to protest these gendered standards of censorship, because Twitter was basically the only mainstream site, aka site that more than 10 people use, that allowed nudity and full-on porn, but again, nudity, yet wasn't completely known only as a porn site. Not only would people go to Twitter to find porn, they'd go there to follow journalists, they'd go there to find white nationalists, they go there to aggressively tweet at celebrities seeking for validation from someone they will never meet. And while yes, I did have issues with my entire Twitter account getting shadow banned, meaning that searches don't work for my account, you would have to go directly to my page to find it, and unfortunately, almost all the retweets I got were from accounts that post explicit porn, because yeah, apparently just female nipples is the same as bleep 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 explicit porn. Didn't you know? Didn't you get the memo? But anyway, since I stopped using Twitter, I've basically lost access to the only mainstream website that I could actually post links to my actual content. Not the handmade censored version, but the actual content. I have been obsessively posting to Mastodon since I quit Twitter, but nobody uses Mastodon. We'll get into another video. I also put my videos up on PeerTube, but then I have people say, hey, why don't you put your videos up on PeerTube? And that's exactly why putting my videos up on PeerTube is such a problem, because I already fucking do it, and yet people don't know that I do it, and they suggest that I do it because they can't find my content on PeerTube. And another thing that I am glad to get away from now that I no longer use Twitter is no longer having to play whack-a-mole with the constant onslaught of porn bot followers. What is a porn bot? It's an account that just retweets everybody else's porn. It's not a sex worker. It's not someone posting their own original content. It's just some brainless account that will just steal clips and photos from all over the place and post it. And, they're brainless. They're brainless. So I'm not anti-sex worker. What I am is having my simple, non-sexual female nipples co-opted and posted to porn sites. And it's infuriating, and it puts me in this awkward little box where, because my stuff gets posted alongside actual porn, all these websites like Instagram and everything look at my content and say, oh, it's porn, it's posted alongside porn, therefore it's porn. Because it's posted alongside porn, therefore it's porn. But because I can't post my stuff anywhere that isn't a porn site, I can't break out of the fucking catch-22, and it's really fun and Anyway, one of the biggest time wasters that I would get sucked into on Twitter all the time, besides, wasting time replying to was playing whack-a-mole with those porn bots. See, I was in this awkward spot where I'm a content creator. I would love for more people to find my videos, preferably people who are actually possibly reachable with this whole crazy idea of wanting the same rights regardless of what gender you look like. So I couldn't lock my account because then I wouldn't be able to find any new people. But Twitter doesn't have like a halfway option between locked account and totally open to everyone. So by leaving myself open, my stuff was just constantly getting shared alongside explicit content. So one of my biggest time wasters is I would go through the likes and follows and everything that I would accrue. I would look at the accounts, see if they were a porn bot, and if they were, I'd block them. I also would occasionally dip into my DMs just to take screenshots of the many, many unsolicited dick pics I would constantly get in there, just to kind of share a little taste of what it's like to be a woman on the internet, especially a woman who is daring to put her tits out there for equality. But since I quit Twitter, I don't have to deal with that anymore, and it's great. Why does it look like I did a white nationalist? I'm not, it's just hand gestures. I do a lot of hand gestures. I'm sorry. And yes, I do have armpit hair. I hope it offends you because if you're such a snowflake that a little bit of hair in a woman's armpit offends you, good. But then I had a situation like yesterday where I got a new follower on Instagram. Yes, Instagram, owned by Facebook, who keeps trying to call themselves Meta, one of the most ban-happy places. I've even seen other people occasionally get banned on Instagram, not to the same degree, but nonetheless, Instagram got a new follower, looked at their account briefly, and wouldn't you know, they were posting full-on explicit porn. They're not a sex worker, they're not posting, just topless out in public content like me. They were taking literal clips from, I assume, foreign porn videos and just uploading it straight onto Instagram, like graphic, like their pinned tweet was some woman from Taiwan, something like that, giving a BJ. That was their pinned post on Instagram. I reported them. I do not report actual sex workers because I think it's BS, as long as you're not posting actual explicit, whatever, but it's just mentioning it or just being topless, whatever. I'm not going to report you. This account I reported. And then wouldn't you know, I got this response from Instagram. The website that bans me for cartoon illustrations of female nipples decided not to ban an account that posts explicit porn video. So yeah, it's not really anything new. I've dealt with it a ton on Twitter, and since I quit Twitter, it's gone down a lot. They are very rarely will a porn bot join Mastodon, and they're very easy to spot and block. Not nearly the 10 to 20 accounts a day I would get on Twitter, but it's especially hilarious to get in on somewhere like Instagram or, YouTube, where again, I've had fully censored videos with mosaic effect on my entire shoulders down body banned as sexually explicit, but there's YouTube channels that will follow me that post actual porn. So yeah, just your daily reminder that mainstream platforms are not fair. They do not care about you. Algorithms decide everything. Haters have absolute power to weaponize false flagging to get content they don't like taken down. You should never trust, even if you are the most work-safe channel possible. If you have enough people report your stuff, you may or may not get taken down. If you're famous, probably not. And yet the handful of platforms that don't fascistly ban people like me, nobody uses. Nobody uses them. So I'm just shouting into the void. Okay, yeah, that's about it. I'm gonna shut up now.